What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I'm coming at you with a video that is long overdue. Now, before we get into that video, listen. I want to talk about last week's numbers, and this is the last time I'm going to talk about numbers. And the reason is, my philosophy has been, it's really not how much you make, it's what you do with what you make, and not overspending with what you make. So really, these numbers are irrelevant, you know what I'm saying? But there was a little bit of, I guess, skepticism on the numbers I threw out last week. So I just wanted to clarify that real quick before I get into this video, just so there's an accurate breakdown, because I think there might have been a little something missed in translation. And I didn't post these numbers. Somebody just asked me about it, and I gave them the numbers, and they said, well, I don't believe it. They were, you know, gave me the little LOL thing. So let's get into that. All right, so last week's figures. All right, so last week's revenue, and this is as a trainer, the truck did $14,743, right? You know, we had to we got reimbursed $41. The fuel was $2,145. Reefer fuel was $288, and I'm leaving out the cents on this. Other deductions, which would include truck payment, all that kind of stuff, $29.68. I paid my co-driver, looks like $11.93, and $66 went into my tire fund. Now, on top of this, I don't have my calculator in front of me, but we did $6,640. So 6 times 2, 12, 2, so about $1,600 went into my emergency fund, which is on top of these figures that I'm gonna give you now. All right, so net to me, to my pocket, however you want to do it. Now, this is before tax, just like if you're getting W-2s. You look at the, sometimes I feel like I'm not mocking you. I'm just, if you were a W-2 employee, you know how you get the two numbers? You have the net and you have the gross. This would be your net number. I still have to take taxes out of this. And one of the benefits of being a lease driver is you can go, you can write off a lot more stuff. So let's go over it. So we have $1,600 that went into my emergency fund, plus $8,097 plus $25. So I don't have my calculator in front of me again. So $8,097 plus $1,600 or something is what came to me last week. Now, like I said, these numbers, and that was a monster week. So I think one of the comments this person made was, well, if you do that, that's $350,000 a year, something like that. You know what? Every week's not going to be like this. I think, I've had a good 4 weeks. They weren't all $9,500 weeks or whatever this is, but they've been not a whole lot less than that. Actually, last week wasn't a great week. That was kind of a good solo money, but the 2 weeks prior to that, definitely very, very good weeks, not this good. So I hope that clears that up. That's the last time I'm going to speak about it, because listen, if you've watched my channel, you know that I'm not about how much money you make, it's what you do with it. I know a whole bunch of people that make great money that are technically broke. So one of the values I'm trying to bring as part of this YouTube channel is bringing a different mindset. You know what I mean? And giving people a different way to look at things. If you look back at my first videos, I would have been fine with a whole lot less money. I'm just trying to set a few things in place before I retire, and that's it. And technically, and I don't necessarily want, well, I don't want my wife to take her foot off the gas pedal, but I mean, if we really wanted to, we probably might be able to shut it down about now. But insurance might be, the only, prohibitive thing. So don't let these numbers, or what, let's not talk about my numbers. Let's talk about numbers in general, trucking money. Don't let those numbers, like, mesmerize you or excite you or anything like that, because you can make all the money in the world and a bad habit will put you in a bad situation. So I had a call yesterday from somebody I know at Prime, and he was asking, how do you pay yourself and all this kind of stuff. And really, if you're going to be an LLC, basically all that money rolls through to yourself. It's not like an S Corp or anything like that. But my comment to him was, I really don't, the money that comes in from trucking, I really don't look at it that often, and I don't really use it. So I've been fortunate enough through years of stupidity in my late 20s and early mid 30s, when I was making really good money and didn't have the same philosophy. I forgot what my damn train of thought was. Basically, in my early 30s, I was making really good money and just didn't have the same mindset. And I'm trying to save people from that same mindset. And luckily, we were able to correct everything and get things in the right direction. But these dollars do not excite me. Well, they excite me. They don't amaze me, and they shouldn't amaze you. Doesn't matter if you're making $700 a month or you're making $10,000 a month. It's what you do with that money. But let's get on to what is up with this video. Who saved me? Now, going back in my videos, some of you guys have been around longer than others, but I've always said you are your 5 friends. Surround yourself with the good team of friends, and that's who you are. And I kind of break them into segments. So I have trucking friend, personal friend, all these different kind of friends. But how I get saved all the time, and I got to give a shout out to my man, the Million Mile Man. He's starting a fleet here in a little bit. I'm possibly thinking about getting another truck, but I'm going to be doing a video on that here pretty soon as well. But go check out his channel. Just type in Million Mile Man Prime and go check out his channel. He's a trainer, and he's one of the few people, one of the few guys that trains women almost exclusively at Prime. And I definitely know his heart's in the right place from talking to him, and I know that his training is coming correct from talking to some of his past students. So how did I get saved? Listen, it's all about, I think a lot of people get out here, they upgrade, get their own truck, and they, just kind of, they keep their circle small, or they really talk, I don't know. Maybe they're not surrounding their self with people that have a little bit more experience. But what happened to me, and this has got to be over a month ago, I was out in New Jersey picking up some Tropicana, and I pick up this trailer, and the reefer alarm is going off. Actually, the battery was dead, so the reefer wasn't even on. So, cool, I got the jumper cables. I'm going to go ahead and jump it.
An ELD engine sync malfunction.
And we'll go from there. So I jumped the reefer, and I'm on the phone with Willie and his brother Jarvis. Shout out to Jarvis as well. And anybody else I talk to at Prime that I look at as kind of trucking mentors. But I hear the reefer turns off again. So I go back. This is right when I'm about to leave. Go back, take a look at it. It's dead again. So I try it a couple times, and the reefer keeps dying. So in talking to them, what they suggested was my load was set on, it was a juice load, and it was set on a start-stop mode. So what they told me was, man, just go back there, change it to continuous run, because what's happening is every time it's cutting off, it's not being able to start up, because either the alternator, battery, something's not starting it back up. So if you put it on continuous and it starts, you should be good to go. So go back there, put it on continuous. I think I had to put it on like miscellaneous, frozen, or I forget, but whatever it was a continuous setting. I sat around for about 15 minutes, made sure it wasn't going to turn off, and boom, I was good to go. dropped off the load, took the, forget where I took the trailer. I think I took it to the Pittston terminal to get work done on it after that, since I was, yeah, that's what I did. I had another load that was going to Pittston after that I was able to run this trailer with, and got it out to Pittston to get worked on. But had I not had a good group, or if I'm not the type of person to keep good people around me, I would have been sitting out there on the phone with Road Assist, and Road Assist would have probably had somebody come out there. I'd have wasted all this fucking time doing some stuff when all I really needed to have was a good group of people around me. And shout out to everybody that calls me or thinks that my advice is worthy too, because I do try to do the same thing. As a matter of fact, that's the main reason for this YouTube channel, is to kind of help other people, document my life. I started off my cooking channel back in like 2012, more as a way to don't want to sound morbid, but there was somebody that passed away, and he had a YouTube channel, and that YouTube channel was a way for his wife and family to connect with him. So that's kind of the main reason I started that way back in the day. And not to front, I mean, that YouTube channel over there, it's not doing as well as it used to because it's kind of dormant. But that, I mean, there's been some financial benefit, whether it's coming from YouTube itself or sponsors or product and stuff like that. But that's really not why I'm doing this over here. So anyway, I know there's people that have left comments, and listen, I'm going to be chilling at home here in a little bit. I'm going to get to all them comments. I'm going to be in a very relaxed position on my next live when I go home. Probably going to try to do a live with my son, so you can kind of, there's a lot of people that say, man, I'd like to have him as a trainer, and maybe you can kind of shed some insight. I wish I would have done a live with my last co-driver. I'm kind of missing him, I mean, I don't necessarily miss running as hard as we were and all that kind of stuff, but I kind of miss him. Maybe see if I can get my wife on camera so she can talk about the trials and tribulation of the trucking industry from the home front and things like that. See, that's my problem. I just go all off the rails. I'm going to do a video as well on what I miss about my former job. Just got a few things. I just want to let you guys know I have read all the comments and things like that, but I really haven't had a chance to reply to them. And I figured since I'm so close to home, I might as well get to it then. But seriously, guys, and it could be me. I mean, there's people all the time that are just regular people on YouTube that reached out to me. My email address is always going to be in the description below. Email me their phone number, ask me a question. Whether it's about their trainer wants to drive into California illegal on the weights. What should he do? Or it could be anything. And then I tell them, keep me locked in your phone. If something comes up and you need some help, feel free to give me a call. That's really what I want to be as a resource, because I'm so thankful for the people that I reach out to. And these could be people like Junior Honduras gave me some insight on some things. Willie the Million Mile Man, driver's lineup. I mean, you know what? I'm not going to go through like a whole list of different people, but a lot of people that are actually beginning YouTube drivers have inspired me as well. So it's not just, I don't just find my inspiration from those people that are already successful. Sometimes that inspiration can come from people that are finding their way. Anyway, before I drag this out even further, I just totally lost track of what I was trying to get to, but I do appreciate you guys stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.